I haven't shot since 2017. Like
You
I got
haven't
out of the
shot?
teams. I got out of the teams in 2017. Have not
That's
shot a
like
gun.
8 years. You haven't shot a gun?
No.
Are you
No.
anti-gun now?
No, I just
It's okay.
No, I'm not. I just have not shot it. So I got out and I like dove into like entrepreneurship, and like that's all I wanted. Because for me, my story is like I got medically retired in 2017, but the timeline was shifted pretty aggressively. It was like, hey, you're going to get medically retired in part because of the injury I sustained in Afghanistan. I had some mental stuff going on, and they're like, yep, you're going to get med boarded out. But they gave me, I want to say it was like over a year was my expected, like, this is when you'll leave the military by date. But it just got moved way, way up really quickly. Still got medically retired. And so so for the folks who don't know, you get a retirement check. You leave and you have some level of income, but it wasn't a lot. Mm-hmm. And so I was suddenly out with kids and a wife and like no plan. I was like, oh, in a year, I'll figure it out when I get out because my retirement date's over there. I'll figure it out. And so when I got out, I had to like, find a job, and it was sort of ironic. And in my effort to find a job for myself, I began like networking a lot and like meeting people in the city and like in New York. And I ended up sort of putting together these networking events with the help of this guy, Jordan, who I met in the city. He's a former investment banker, not a veteran. He's a civilian. And we put together these amazing networking events that were actually for me to like meet employers and like get a job. But we brought other veterans to these events. We brought other employers, and everyone's like, wow, what a great service this is. And nobody was approaching me to get a job because they're like, oh, this is his job. He runs this like networking event. And I ended up doing that.
You're like, shit.
And so I created a job that helped other people get jobs. And then shortly after that, I got into the Mr. Mullen thing. And honestly, dude, it's just, there's another critical part of this. I sleepwalk like a maniac. And so my wife has always been like, I'm worried that you're going to like shoot me. And so like well, don't worry. I have a place to keep this. And I've been thinking about it. And so she has been anti-gun because did I tell you about my prolific sleepwalking?
I think you did.
I have. So this is according to ChatGPT. So this is not a true diagnosis, but I've gone to sleep studies. I've seen sleep doctors and no one can figure out what's going on. Basically, I go to bed and within about 30 minutes of falling asleep, I am up. This is most nights.
This is the majority of nights.
Okay. That's probably a stretch. It's at least 2 or 3 times a week, at least. I wake up and I'm in this half stupor. I sleep by myself. I have alarms set to the room that I sleep in that Antonio is here, who's my security guy. He sets special alarms on the doors that lead out of the house from my room. So if I bolt in at night, he's alerted to it. And so I jump out of bed and I start running, screaming, what the fuck is going on?
Are you serious?
Dude, it's crazy. And so to me, it's so normal that I'm like, oh, like I was doing this in the teams. Like in Afghanistan, I was doing this, but like,
I don't know how I got in.
So I get out of the military, and that was like the one thing my wife was like, you can't have a gun in the house. You're going to like do something crazy with it. So it's a combination of get out, full civilian, full entrepreneur. But it's funny. I was actually going to say to you, like, it's the one thing that I have let completely fall off. It's just shooting. And like, I was going to ask you, like, how often are you shooting? Like, is this like a thing you do every day? Cause I feel like I want to reincorporate shooting into my life because it's just something that I haven't done since 2017.
Well, we'll start that today.
Dude, I'm probably the fucking worst shot ever right now, but I want to get back into it.
I'm not any good either. In fact, I don't really, I love shooting guns, but I'm not really into like all the shit we used to carry in the SEAL teams. You know what I mean? The ARs and like, but
yeah,
it's all good. I like them, but what I really like now is like the old Western shit, like revolvers and lever actions.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
But also like, yeah, I mean, when I left, you know what I mean, and started, my entrepreneur journey, it started with tactics.
I remember watching videos of you out in the forest talking about your everyday carry. They were going like super viral.
Yeah. So I had to shoot for that. And then when I, got tired of that shit, started the podcast, it kind of fell off until, well, it didn't kind of fell off. It fell off. But then we moved here, and we got a shooting range right off the back patio here. So but I'm still pretty rusty.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember in the teams, there were dudes that just like what they did is they like really kept dialed in, and you can just see it when a dude's shooting a lot. It's just they're so on point, they're so good. And for me, I was like, I was good enough to pass the test because I was a team guy, you know, but I didn't have that like desire to like really become a great shot. I think I was like very average, if not below, but enough for the teams. And now it's like it became this daunting task over time. Then I'm like, well, if I want to get back into it, I gotta do it like discreetly too. I can't like go to an instructor and be like, yo, I'm a former Navy SEAL. I gotta learn how to shoot again. So I was gonna ask you, like, oh, I want to shoot with you.